We are an undefeated team facing a team that just lost a big game last week. Can we come through and show some absolute clutch ability? I think we might. Warren Forward is the hottest name in NCAA right now. College football is just talking about him on literally every single show, and rightfully so. I mean, honestly, I can't think of a player that's ever been this exciting. This dude is just non-stop action, making big play after big play. The squad rocking the orange jerseys with the complete white outfit after that. It looks incredible. One of my favorite jersey combos. We don't rock it enough, in my opinion. Forward pitches one. It actually falls down. Porter Ryan grabs it. That went off a defender, and good lord, that could have been bad. Porter Ryan, though, big heads-up play there to make sure that ball does not go in the hands of anyone from Notre Dame. Forward out here, scrambling, looking for someone, throws it, and it's, you know what, it's going to be an errant pass. Big third down, 5 yards to go here. Forward's going to take this one. Little halfback screen drawn up. Goes right to Williams, who's trying to outrun the defender, and he just can't do it. They bring him down after two, making it 4th and short. Coach Mervin McMervin, even in a tight game like this, is go ahead and go for it, young fella. I believe in you. He's got a guy. He finds him as Michael Smith going out here to the 22-yard line. What a play. Forward looking beyond efficient so far today. Love to see how good he's been for this squad. Out here trying to break some ankles, so they wrap him up for 6. Forward pretty tired right now. Little gas. Gives it off to Terrence Williams. Runs into his own man. That ball carrier vision not super high. Makes it 3rd and 2. Third down conversions haven't really been our best right now, but 4th down honestly worked out pretty well. Kendrick in the backfield with Wilson. This ball goes to Kendrick. Joe Kendrick fighting through the middle. Former quarterback to running back goes for 10. 1st and goal. Forward feels the pressure, stops, pops, open up shots. Porter Ryan in the backfield. Oh, whoa. We'll take the touchdown. You better believe it. Offense came out with a fantastic drive. What can the defense do here? Notre Dame sending a man in motion. Their quarterback was up for the Heisman voting a lot the past season or two, but this season, they haven't really heard much from his name. Will that change after this game today? We're about to find out. They're staying in shotgun. Little handoff to the running back. Look, I don't blame him. Holloway ran for 10 last time, goes for even more this time. We've honestly had a really weird string of home games this season and kind of lucked out. We're going to have a lot of away games going on pretty much after this, but you know what? I'm not mad at having some home games with games that have been this tough. That was the first pass of the game for Derek Robinson, and it goes for about 15. Big play for him. He goes across the middle this time. Coleman pushes the guy around. Shackelford brings him down after 4. Trying to get some pressure on the quarterback. We got a whole lot of people there. They go for a halfback screen. Amir Carson says, ain't going nowhere. 3rd and 7, bringing a bit of a blitz. Holman fighting through the middle. He's going to throw one to Mel Hill. Can't quite get there. Harris is going to be forced out of bounds by Kendall Johnson, but they go 27 yards. Felt like a whole lot of holding on that play to me, but you know what? They didn't call it, so it is what it is. Notre Dame will never get flagged for those kinds of penalties. And former Heisman candidate Derek Robinson, 13 yards later, he's tying this game up. With the game tied up, Warren Forward trying to get some points back on the board for Cascade Valley. He's got an opportunity here. Cuts it up a little bit. Hey, we'll take the 7. 2nd and short. Fernie slides over in motion. Forward sees it. Taking the easy play, he hits Wilson for a good gain. Back here in shotgun again, see when the squad can get going. Right across the middle, Mr. McDonald. A little shifty out there. I mean, hey, look, the quarterback got some moves. We did get news, though, that Wilson actually has a foot sprain, so we're not going to see him in for likely at least a couple of plays now. You hate to see it, but it is what it is at this point. And Forward, smartly get out of bounds. They still tackle him. Ref, throw the flag. Forward all by his lonesome in the backfield. Feels the pressure, hits Wilson, who's right back in. The foot sprain, he don't care. 18 yards for him. 1st and goal. Play actions have been money. Forward running for his life out here. Forward shaking, banking, gets in the end zone by a hair. 9-yard touchdown run, and it was electric. I'm hoping our defense can do a whole lot of a better job because I do not want this to be a shootout. I want this to be a dominating victory for Cascade Valley. But the way the defense is playing right now, ain't looking too good. Mitchell is our only real person that can stop him. He ends up stopping him long enough for the squad to bring him down, but Galloway's killing us. Honestly, maybe the reason he's killing us, I don't even know his name, is Holloway, not Galloway. Good lord, I got to do better. Robinson out here getting the edge. Shackelford stands him up, but he gets 8. Whoa, this is big news. Are you kidding me? Their quarterback got hurt in that play, so they're bringing in a new guy. It's Kimbrough, who ends up going for nearly the first there, but it's Bradley Kimbrough coming in for his first action in the season. They're saying Robinson actually has a bruised forearm, so we should see him back pretty soon, but still. This is going to be an interesting drive. How do they finish it without their starting quarterback? They go for a little bit of a read option. It doesn't work. Kimbrough goes down, and they're kicking a field goal here. That's just a great play by Isaiah Holman to get in there and make sure he put some fear in that quarterback. The quarterback saw him, panicked, ran, and we got him because of it. The field goal's good, but it's only a 4-point lead, but I like that a whole lot better than a touchdown. Back out here in offense, Forward having a great game so far, trying to keep it moving, and he takes his first sack of the game. He had Fernie kind of leaking, but there was a safety in coverage. Well, 2nd and 22 action. Fernie again was kind of open on that play, ends up leading for a block here. Williams goes up the middle for his best run of the game, goes for 18. Gonna pick up the first on 3rd and 4. They've got a guy over there, but Williams, crafty, one of the best guys after he catches the ball and moving around, and he shows it there. Underneath center, little 1st down action. Forward, sees this guy, hits him. That's Williams again on back-to-back grabs. He gets hit hard, but he gets 19. Notre Dame is sending the house at forward sometimes, but this dude has only thrown one incomplete pass today, has yet to turn the ball over. He has just been as effective as you could possibly be. We needed some blocking there. We didn't quite get it, but still, we need to just make sure we score in this drive. We don't quite know really what's going to be going on with Robinson and how many stops our defense could potentially get, but it's important we score in this drive because this defense may not be getting any stops. Switching things up, going back to the run. Williams, he's had a couple of good carries so far. That's a solid one for Ford. 2nd and 6 for the squad here. Nice little curl route here. We see Clark turn up a little bit with a huge move to get inside the 5. 1st and goal, Forward and company. Looking, forward, stretching, forward, sees an opportunity, seizes it. He's right up the middle from that 4-yard touchdown run. This team is extending the lead. 1st down and 10. Can we get to this quarterback? We do. A big hit. Robinson's back in the game and we're greeting him. Robinson breathing a little hard after that play. He's staying with a QB read option. He's getting big yards, but he's met hard. Playing the pass the entire way here. Robinson is shotgun with Holloway there with him. Thought it might have been a screen. It wasn't. It's just a beautiful pass to Harris, and Hill's going to bring him down after 20. We've been wondering about our defense against a top opponent, and we're seeing that there's definitely some cracks to be filled there. But look at Christoph Houston in the backfield for a drop of huge loss to Holloway. 2nd and 14. Houston again trying to get in the backfield. They go across the middle for a dump. Holloway, though, Homer with a huge hit. Houston trying to hype the crowd up a little bit. This is a big stop we need right here. You get a stop here. Notre Dame all of a sudden is in a little bit of a different pickle. Robinson sends the guy in motion a little bit. Halfback out of the backfield, watching the tight end. He goes over the top. What are our guys doing? Shackelford, our only line of defense. He ends up stopping him, but they're inside the 3. Michael Coleman blows the top off the defense. Our guys get confused, and we're in shambles because of it. It's unbelievable. What should have been an easy stop turns into all of a sudden Notre Dame on our doorstep. Robinson with time throws one, and that's significantly over. Nearly hits a leprechaun. Whoa, big hit by Shackelford. What a stop. He read that perfectly. Can the squad hold him to a field goal? So we got to find out right here, right now. 3rd and goal. Watching the underneath stuff. Robinson seems to be panicking a little bit. We got guys everywhere. Robinson goes down again. Notre Dame has done a horrible job of protecting him, and that is the reason why we have the lead we do. Drayton is in there for an absolutely huge sack. Pause if needed, and we see the field goal go up for Notre Dame. It's good. The lead is 8, and we got the ball with plenty of time left. Big drive here. 2 minutes left. Whole lot of time for the squad. Forward, though. Sees his tight end and says, I'm going to get it down there to you. Forward to the tight end. Interesting. Look, if there's one thing Forward loves, it's a good tight end. And you saw it right there. Porter Ryan, nice big play for him. He's coming into his own with a 17-yard grab. Single high safety. Let's see what the squad's got. Forward. Sees a guy deep. Looks like Mr. Smith. Smith's going to move his way into the 10. Breaks the tackle. He's down to nearly the 5. Michael Smith with a 28-yard gain. Forward is having a heck of a day. 15 for 16, 230 yards against Notre Dame, previously a top 10 team. Now they're sitting at 15 after that loss, I believe, to Alabama in the previous week. Williams up the middle. He's there, and they say he's actually not in. 2nd and goal. Doing our best to waste the clock down a little bit. We have the clock nearly to 35 seconds and counting. Forward's going to take that, hand it off immediately to Williams. He goes easily up the middle. No resistance at all. Gets his first touchdown of the game, and this lead is getting embarrassing. Now, hold on a second. With 7 seconds left here in the first half, Notre Dame has actually battled and found a way to kind of get themselves with an opportunity to try to score here. They go across the middle looking for a quick play. This dude is going all the way down to, inside the 10. And they used their last time out to set up for a field goal or maybe a touchdown opportunity. Notre Dame is definitely a school full of cowards. They're actually going to go ahead and kick the field goal instead of going for the touchdown here. In my opinion, you go for the touchdown, but who am I? I'm the team that's winning the game. Notre Dame still down big. 16-27 going into halftime. Recruiting update, top 25 and so much more. Enjoy the halftime show. Welcome back to the halftime show where we have not one, but 2 big recruits this week. There's a lot to recover from a recruiting standpoint, but first up, we got Ricky Lewis, a 5'11 corner, who I think will be pretty solid, but he's probably not playing until like year 3, if I had to imagine. He's a little bit slower. His man coverage is trash, but his zone coverage and his press are fantastic. So Ricky, you got potential. We just got to get it out of you first. Another recruit that we brought in is going to be Donnell Gamblin out of Theodore, Alabama, the number 4 overall middle linebacker. I know. We got a lot of middle linebackers, but he's going to be fine. Little gem here in a +5. Speed's not great. Acceleration's very high. I like that a lot. Tackle, play rec, hit power, pursuit are all fantastic. Got a little bit of zone coverage there with a 72 overall. Again, he's got a lot of guys in front of him, but by year 3, this dude should be in contention to start. A lot of you guys have been pointing out Desmond Simmons and how really talented this dude is, and honestly, I think you're right. Simmons again with great speed. He's got high pursuit and play rec. He's got 96 man coverage, 90 zone coverage, and 82 press. But it gets better. He's got high catching. His route running is a 94. His spectacular catches an 83. I generally think Simmons will be the first true Iron Man on our team. I think he's playing a lot of offensive wide receiver. I think he's playing a lot of defensive corner. He could be a number 1 on both sides Day one. But when you also look at it, he's got 86 elusiveness, 81 carrying, 90 spin move. I mean, this guy can really be, I think, a true threat for this team. You have him and Warren Fullwood all out here doing stuff. It's going to be crazy. This dude could be our Desmond Howard type player. A great receiver. He can also go over there on defense, play some corner, and then he can be a dominant force in punt return and kick return, which we honestly need. As good as we've been for Savon Chevley, I think we're honestly in a little bit of trouble. Penn State is starting to put on the full court press, so we'll see how that ends up next time. Another fan favorite is Bull Dunlap, who again can play multiple positions. I want to know what you guys ultimately think he could play. If you look at what his scouting ultimately that's out to, again, speed and acceleration aren't great, but a plus 16 overall gem. We'll find a spot for this dude to contribute. Maybe he plays an offense. Maybe he ends up being a running back with some better speed. Could play quarterback. Don't really need that right now. Maybe he could play tight end. His strength is kind of high a little bit. We'll figure out what his blocking is. Could be a receiver a little bit on the slower side. We will find a spot for this dude because he will be a contributor in some way, shape, or form. He's just too talented not to be. The top 25, as you know, we're already sitting at number 3, but Oklahoma stays at number 1 with a big victory against Alabama last week. We see Clemson hold strong there. Number 2 with a big win against Florida State this week. They play at Virginia Tech. We obviously are at 3. We see Texas A&M, Penn State there. Penn State making a big jump so far from the previous seasons. They are really putting on a full court press to be a top team in the NCAA. UNC, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, obviously your previous champions, facing Alabama this week in a very big game. Alabama's falling down here at 13. We see LSU at 10 going up from 12. Michigan goes from 25 to 21. Iowa falls back with a bad loss against USC, facing a ranked UCLA this week. There's a lot of movement, but we only care about ourselves. We're in the top 3 and we're trying to stay there. And on the Heisman watch, Antonio Keys still there at the top, kind of moves up a little bit. We see Courtney Baker right there. We see Eric Scott fall down significantly to number 3. Ben Powell from the University of Miami goes up, as does Andrew Radrizzi. There's a lot of movement here, but again, I feel like Warren Fullwood should be in a little bit of contention. The dude's killing it, and he's on a top 3 team. I know he's a freshman. Put some respect on his name. We also have our number 1 prospect on the board in Jonathan Anderson. The last thing we'll touch on here, he is doing not so great in our books. Michigan is obviously putting on the full court press. They have 60 more points they can give per week because of their bonus, and he's not visiting them until week 10. So unless he changes his mind and signs with us ASAP, we're probably going to lose out to him. Cross your fingers. Back to the game. The defense did their job. We come back out here with the ball at the start of the second half, and we'll see what we can ultimately do, but that's not a good start. There's an argument to be made that Notre Dame is actually not playing very well at all. Oh my God, Forward runs backwards. He goes into the end zone, and they get him for a sack. Notre Dame is hanging around this game. I still believe they have not played well in this game, but that just turned things around for them. A game where we had all the momentum all of a sudden turned into a game where all the momentum switched over to the other side. A 2-yard loss helped out a ton. Holloway comes back in the game, and we immediately stand him up again. It's still a really small sample size, but there's so much more defense being played in the second half of this game right now. It's kind of nuts. The quarterback looking for anything. We got guys patrolling all over the place. Robinson still. I mean, this man is 6 hours to throw the football. Someone, anyone, get to him. Thank you. Notre Dame's going to set up the punt here. Jesus Christ. A 15-yard punt? What the heck is that? I don't think I've ever seen a 15-yard punt ever. But we just kind of witnessed one there. Forward's got some one-on-one coverage. Likes what he sees. He's throwing it up to his guy, and he overruns it. Doesn't even make an attempt for it. Crazy enough, it's actually only his second incompletion of the game, which is, again, wild to think about. Clark, are you okay? He's a new Tom Baker. First down again, Forward. Sits in the play action, feels the pressure immediately. He's out here moving. He's going to fumble that when he goes down after 8, but luckily he's okay. Forward's been taking a lot of shots and a lot of pressure. We're going right back to the run here. Terrence Williams up the middle for a huge gain. We'll take that again. Forward's going to send Williams in motion. He's got a lot of time here. Throws a dot. That's going to go to Michael Smith, who's down at the 1-yard line 21 yards later. So close to being in the end zone. Sitting his shotgun. He's got his time, sees his guy, but throws it behind him on that. Second and goal here for Forward and company. Sees a guy, it's Patrick McDonald. No gloves, no problem. He'll take the touchdown. With the score being 15 right now, an extra point will only make it 16. Coach Mervin McMervin is feeling a little disrespectful. Just, I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Unfortunately, that wasn't a good decision. We throw an interception right across the middle, but you know what? It don't count. We're okay still. A lot of pressure on Notre Dame. We got the blitz coming. Holman gets tripped up. Are you kidding me? He was so close to getting what he needed there, but they trip him up and he can't get the sack, and Robinson goes for 12. Don't count Notre Dame out right now. They're absolutely on fire. They're trying to find something to make it work. Robinson back under center here for Notre Dame since Edwards in motion, slightly to the left-hand side, back to the backfield. A lot of play action fakes here. Great blocking. Might have been some, I don't know, some holding something. This dude runs out of bounds. Oh, it's short of the first down. It seemed like a whole lot of confusion in that play, but will it bite them? Right here, Kristoff has him, can't actually get to him. DeMel Hill gets demolished, and all of a sudden, Holloway is in the end zone. 54 yards later, Notre Dame's right back in it. Look, I don't know who number 34 is in Notre Dame, but that dude deserves every single aspect of his scholarship after that unbelievable blocking exhibition. He was throwing dudes left and right. Like, I don't know if Marvel's actually casted their guy for Fantastic Four, the brick dude. Was it Ben Grimm? But you know what? Hold that thought. Terrence Williams showing the speed. He might be gone. He is gone. Cast Fantastic Four later. The Human Torch is Mr. Williams. Terrence Williams has had a super modest afternoon, but, 72 yards later, put some respect in the man's name. Robinson back in shotgun. Leading him to play action. Throw a beautiful pass to Coleman as Mitchell grabs him. It doesn't matter. He's at 20. Houston watching the middle. They go for a quick pass. These quick passes are hurting us right now. George Frying on the tackle 10 yards later. Notre Dame down 15. They're kind of in a pass-happy mode. They keep this one, though, and look at Ness. Ness comes in and gets a 3-yard loss. Third quarter's winding down. We're playing the pass. They go with the run, but another big hit by Jaquez Ness. Are you kidding me? This dude is all up in the run coverage. 3rd and 17. We got our guys going back deep at this point. They're throwing one. Jaquez Ness nearly has the pick. Bobbles it once, bobbles it a second time. This is the worst punter I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Are we going to see the worst punt times 2? No, that was actually a good punt. I don't know what happened with that dude. Last time y'all saw that dude, he punted it like 15 yards. This time, this thing goes out of the end zone. What is happening? Start of the 4th quarter, little wide receiver play coming up. Clark slides into the backfield, little fake handoff to Terrence Williams. Forward pitches it out, gets absolutely torched on that one, but Clark picks up a huge gain because of it. Under center this time, Forward dropping back. Sees his guy, throws it. He's got Clark going deep. Clark can't quite get to it. They beat him inside on the coverage. Second out here, Forward. Keeping things moving. Got a guy underneath it, Smith. Michael Smith goes for 12. Been a much slower second half, I guess, for Forward at this point, but still, he's having a great game. He's trying to find something. Sees his guy, throws one, and thank God the defense didn't see that. Forward ready to go. He's had a couple of tough ones here. Oh, my God. The coverage was great. The offensive line was absolutely terrible. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Needing something. He's got a guy over the top. He throws it deep, and that one's off 23 shoulders. Rashad Rogers makes a touchdown saving play. We ultimately end up punting it. Notre Dame, again, has the ball right back. We tried going deep in the field twice, just wasn't quite there at this point. The whole group back there. Christoph Houston has that tackle thrown away, but Jake Coleman gets the tackle. Getting the pressure as much as we possibly can, but these lanes for the running game are huge. See what our team can do. Houston back in coverage a little bit. Watch the underneath stuff. They go here. We got a couple of guys there, and we end up stopping them short. 4th and 1. They got to go for it here. This is one of the strangest strategies I've seen. You were down 15. I get it, you're at your own 30, but it's 4th and 1. If you don't go for this, you just got to be a coward, and they are going to be cowards here. They kick it to Jalen Clark. Clark trying to get a couple of yards here. Gets about 9. That's solid. We're pretty much in midfield. Going right back to Williams. Hasn't really touched the rocks. It's probably that 72-yard gain that he had. Forward takes it back here in shotgun. Sees his halfback lurking. That one's batted away. He's had a couple of close calls today. Despite putting up 40 points, we're 2 for 4 in 3rd down conversions. It just kind of seems insane. You think about how many points we've scored today. Forward scrambles out as far as he can. Does find his guy McDonald. He was trying to get a little bit of room. And look at McDonald with the stiff arm. Gets himself down to the 15 with the extra yards. Keeping things moving. Williams hasn't touched the ball on the receiving side in a little bit. Looking for some blocks. A nice spin move, but he's immediately met with a hard hit. 2nd and 8. Slides Wilson over a little bit. Underneath. Wilson coming all the way over to inside the 5 with a 9-yard grab. Forward's been spreading the ball around like a madman today. He's trying to keep it up a little bit. Floats one. That one is, thank God this man has no hands. They dropped so many picks today, but they did catch one on a 2-point conversion. Coach Mervin McMervin obviously trying to get Forward another touchdown. He's played great today, but he wants that man to have a little bit of recognition. Forward, though, says, you know what? I'll get it the old-fashioned way. 3-yard touchdown run. Didn't get the passing touchdown he wanted there, but still, 2 downs. It's going to be 2 passing touchdowns in the day is nothing to be mad about. Notre Dame's now massive at this point. It's really up to them just to keep this respectable. Robinson, though, he's not having a good day at the office. With 3.5 minutes to go, this game's pretty much over. We're trying to see what our guys ultimately got. And Christoph Houston is just laying pipe. Pause if needed against Robinson. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Robinson is literally breathing unbelievably hard at the moment. He's going to try to run again. He's still going to get the yards he needs. I don't know how this man's holding on to the rock still. Despite the outcome we're going to have for this game, it has not been a good game for our defense. We've given up 400-plus yards The run game has just been absolutely terrible. How did that man catch this ball? Shout out Travis Harris. That was insane. Notre Dame's really just focused on getting points on the board at this point. They don't even care about the outcome. They just want points. And Christoph Hughes says, I'm going to keep racking up the tackles. Y'all keep throwing short passes. If there is one thing I'll be happy about, though, for our defense, we didn't give up a single passing touchdown today. That is just an unbelievable effort. And look at Isaiah Holman in the backfield yet again. Another sack. This dude's been insane and is helping this defense a ton. And for the first time, we're seeing Notre Dame actually go forward on fourth down. They should have did this a couple of times earlier, and we wouldn't have the points that we do if they had done that. Houston again, watch the middle. They go underneath. No shot at getting that one. Pruitt might have the 7-yard grab, but he ain't got a first down. With an opportunity to put a 50-burger up, we're trying to make sure that we show the voting committee Cascade Valley's back. 2nd and 8. Might have had a chance there for Fullwood. We didn't need to throw that. You know, we thought we could maybe bait the corner. We ended up getting a turnover on our guys' record sheet. It's fine, okay? 2nd pick of the year. It's fine. I shouldn't have done it, though. Despite a little blunder at the end, it is a big-time W for Cascade Valley. Notre Dame was a top 10 team, and we ultimately showed that they weren't today. 5 total touchdowns for Warren Fullwood, 361 through the air, 45 in the ground. That's my quarterback. You better believe that. Fullwood stat line, you already know the interception. Shouldn't have been an interception, but it is what it is. On the rushing side, Fullwood goes for 45 and 12 attempts, 3 touchdowns. Williams, same amount of attempts, 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. We see Jalen Clark again, a big 23-yard run. He's been killing it as a redshirt sophomore. And then in the receiving side, 93 big yards for him, giving him 100+ in the game. We see Michael Smith go for 75. McDonald goes for 59 in the touchdown. Porter Ryan also got in the end zone today with a touchdown. On the defensive side, we're going to slide over. We're going to see Jonas Shackelford goes for 9 tackles, 2 of those being for a loss. Christoph Houston at 8. Jaquez Ness had 6, as well as Isaiah Holman. From a sack perspective, we see 1 from Scotty Drayden, 1 from Isaiah Holman, and 1 from Christoph Houston. Interceptions, we only had 1 today. It was from George Fry, which ultimately didn't see. He was late in the game, but still, the big fella only had 1 tackle today, still played really well. Cascade Valley is showing their absolute dominance. We are a top 3 team looking to be not 2, but number 1 in the nation. And honestly, the way that we're playing, if the defense can kind of get it together and keep it going, it's not soon, but it'll be immediately when that happens. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.